Testing, testing, one, two, three. This is A.H. Scott, and I've got a new article exclusively at Tony Ward's studio. Quality Control is the title, and here is an excerpt from it. During the election runoff in Georgia, the party of Pantomime is revving up their engines to slide into the victory lane. This goes into that pantomime act of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham and Texas Senator Ted Cruz sitting on either side of Georgia Senate candidate Herschel Walker and speaking about him without letting him or warning him to speak for himself. They do the talking, and the man in the middle does the nodding. More Marcel Marceau than Edgar Bergen is the situation that gets played out again and again. It doesn't matter what the speaker is saying, for you can just mute the audio and focus on the visual only. Graham just needs his prop there with him, and the segment of people he is trying to communicate the message to shall always understand what he is getting at. No need for an ideological thesis is needed when it can be short-circuited by what is seen before your eyes. I have certain figures situated next to me, and you can get the picture for yourself as how this handler comes off. Pantomime becomes ever so sublime for those who swallow the party line. We fired Nancy Pelosi today. All the crazy crap in the House, that is over. Quote, Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican, South Carolina. And I just gotta say, what the hell has happened to Lindsey Graham? He's preening, prissing, and flustering around as if someone or something's been promised or appointed to him. It's like he's on another level of casting about for an epiphany to reawaken. Graham's snotty, pissy, and trumped up, pun intended. Outrage on behalf of a then Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, seemed that of a faked performance, of wishing he could pound his chest like Tarzan. As in reality, the South Carolina senator is more akin to the character of Uncle Arthur from the old Bewitched television series. First off, this is the same Lindsey Graham who a couple of years back, when he was buddies with the late Arizona Senator John McCain, spoke with an eloquent grace towards Joe Biden. Suddenly, it's as if Graham has transformed himself into Trump's henchman to do a few dirty deeds here and there. Once running against Donald Trump for the 2016 Republican presidential nomination with words criticizing the man of the tower, the senator from South Carolina seems to have penetrated the position of being a faithful helper in the previous election of 2020. Now, he's just going off in a televised tizzy for a man whose glory days with the football is decades gone and scratching for a new gig is so far above that man's mental might. Hmm, what's up? Why you? Why now? Why him? Looks like Lindsey Graham has gone sweet for the exquisite delights of Georgia's flavors. I mean, damn. What is it with him in particular? Always scraping, bowing, and even on the verge of tears in praise and pleasure for touting the need for Herschel Walker to get into that Senate. I mean, there is another senator from South Carolina that won't dive so willingly into the tank for Walker's candidacy. Oh, and by the way, Senator Tim Scott would make for a better exemplar of what Senator Graham speaks of about using Herschel Walker as some sort of credible avatar for African Americans to vote for the Republican Party in the future. Graham is treating Walker like he's his pet. Oops, I meant to say pet project. End of excerpt. Quality control. I invite you to pop on over to Tony Ward's studio and read the entire